one of the most important lessons I learned on my mission was the importance of working through members. I was sent in my last 6 months out east to the middle of nowhere, Texas, to Lufkin, and there was a small Spanish branch there that had just recently been organized about 6 months earlier, and when I went out to that area, I felt like it would probably be my last area. I only had 6 months left, and the mission president hinted that he wanted me to put a lot of time and energy into this area. And so I made it my mission to make the most of my time there and to make a difference in the branch, because I knew that they would have, a lot of needs. We worked our tails off for 6 months, and we did have baptisms, but I would say that equally as important to that was the impression we made on the members in the area. Rather than making the missionary work all about us, we've really tried to make the work about them, and to teach them, to help them become the kind of members they would need to be so that the church would prosper and grow in that area. By that point, I'd learned that I could bring 25 investigators to church, and I've seen this happen before, and none of them would get baptized, because not just because of them and not because of me, but because the branch was not prepared to receive new members into the ward, or they were just not prepared for that kind of thing. But if the members are prepared, the Lord will bring people into their community. One experience I had was going into Dallas from this area to a multi-mission conference where Elder Uchtdorf, or at that time it was President Uchtdorf, just right after President Hinckley passed away, he was called. So he was President Uchtdorf at this time. And he spoke about the love of God and how that love was the greatest motivation we would ever find for performing missionary work or for anything else in our lives. And when I came back that very night, there was a missionary fireside with our little branch of 25 people or so. And we were responsible for the lesson. And I just spoke the whole time about that. I told them that if they had some other motivation going on, whether it was, to build the branch, whether it was, they just loved to teach the gospel, or even if there were lots of good motivations, no motivation would be sufficient in the end to accomplish the Lord's work other than a real love for the Lord. And that would be the only motivation that would last long enough to fulfill the work. I think I succeeded in the goals that I set for that area, and it was because I spent a lot of time and energy working with the members and focusing on the kind of members they needed to be. I can't overemphasize the importance of working with members, in addition to doing all you can to find people and bring them to Christ.